Hello, it's Leigh here. Welcome to another video for Junk Journal January. This is hosted by Meg from Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. So we're up to day 13 and I'm running a little bit late with this one. So what I'm going to do in today's video is combine day 13, 14, 15 and 16 together into one project. Look, I think I might be running out of steam. I did December and then straight from that I've gone into Junk Journal January, and I think doing a video every day for nearly 6 weeks now is starting to take a toll on my levels of energy, put it that way. What I'm going to do, as I said, is combine those 4 days together. So we've got hobbies, we've got from the day, we've got barcode, and we've got folded. So I'm going to make something that's folded and include those other things on it. Yesterday was the day that I took my mum out. So every second Friday I take her out somewhere. We might go to the shopping centre, have coffee and a little poke around. Sometimes she just wants to go to the garden centre at Bunnings. But anyway, we were in the shopping centre yesterday. We had a beautiful coffee at a really nice cafe that looks out onto some parkland, so that was really relaxing, and sat outside in the breeze and watched kids play on the grass, and it was just really nice. And then when we came out, we found a few shops had some specials on. So I bought myself a couple of tops because I have two types of clothes. I have clothes that have got ink and paint on them, and I've got clothes that are going to have ink or paint on them, so everything eventually ends up that way. So I thought I'd buy myself a couple of cheap tops. Okay, so this is my receipt from buying two tops. Look at the length of the receipt, will you? So I'm going to make what I'm making on this. I've got, barcode is one of the prompts, so I've got barcodes galore here from things that I bought. This one's on cardboard, so I might rip that off if I decide to use it. I've got that lovely nice label there. From the day, well, this is what the whole thing is about. So hobbies, I've got a little boy who's fishing. I managed to break his net off, so we'll have to patch that up. I'll draw it in. But from the day, also yesterday, I was trying to work out on my Cricut how to cut images to print and cut, and I can't get my machine to calibrate, so it's cutting everything over to the right, but it just won't go through the calibration process. Anyway, I did manage to cut a few things, so I had some fun with that. So that's part of what happened yesterday. This is going to have to be folded to go into my scroll. I've got this paper. I bought a sprinkler and it came in a box, and that's part of the box. I thought I'd keep that to make something windowy, and I just peeled that paper off the cardboard. I was looking for something else and I found this cute little envelope that I made with a wax seal on it. Some other things that I found, a couple of tags that I punched out of Tim Holtz packaging. So I also found the stamp. It didn't get put away the other day and I found it on the floor. Another thing I was doing was drawing flowers and leaves on book pages and then painting them with watercolor paints, splashing them with inks. I've got a couple of flowers that might make an appearance in my journal at some stage. So the first thing I want to do is decorate this in some way to get rid of all the details that are on there about my purchase. So I think I'll just do some stenciling over the top of that. That looks lovely. So I will continue up the page with this. So thanks to everyone who has been leaving awesome comments about my scroll. I guess a lot of people didn't know how it would end up, whether it would be successful or not. And I was one of those people. But I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I like to try new things. I know if I make another one, there'll be some things that I would do differently. And I definitely wouldn't make it out of paper bags that have got creases in them, because that has been a real problem. There's some really hard creases that just, I've ironed them. I've put that, what is it called? That tape, joinery tape, I've put that on there. It's made a little bit of difference, but yeah, it still just won't sit flat. But I think the only way I could get it to sit flat is if I collaged on the other side of it. But yeah, I had this lovely comment. I put it up in my previous video about someone saying it's like an artsy journey, an artsy journey when I unravel the scroll. So that was so nice to read, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be, or what I was hoping it would be. Okay, I love the way that's looking. Hope the colour is coming across. It's forest moss, and I think it's just disguised the fact that it's a docket just nicely, and then I can journal on that side. Don't want to put too much of that on there because it will be too dominating, so I'm going to tear some strips of that. When I say too much, I mean in one big chunk. So strips are okay. So I might work out where my folds are going to be to start with. So it will be pasted into the journal, and it's going to be journaling space on the other side. So let's start by folding that there. I have no idea how this is going to work out, so I hope it does work out. Okay, so that, and then that. I'm just doing this to get the size. And that piece. Okay, so that will be the end of it. And so it would need to go this way, wouldn't it? To be able to journal on it. Okay, I haven't thought this through very well. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, I'll see if I can make it work. Alrighty, so I want my hobbies was the first one. So I'd like my little boy to be front and center on the first section there. What else can I put in with him? Maybe a couple of these little leaves. He needs something behind him, I think. A little bit of book page. It's just got some ink on it. That's nice. You never know what you're going to find on these. This is a Wilbur Smith novel, and I mentioned in my previous video about seeing, it was describing a raunchy scene, and on this one I've got the word carcass, severed, horse. So obviously I don't want any of that showing, so that will be where he goes on that, and with that wording face down. So I'm going to glue them down to start with, and a little piece of this. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the rest of his net. It's just the top of it. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because I find that stick glue makes my fingers really sticky. That can be the ground that he's standing on. Okay, the next thing I want to put in is a barcode. So I'm thinking if I tear this one off the cardboard, use some of this one. If I can get more off there. Oh, it's nice and thin now. There's a barcode. Okay, so I'll put that down there. I can maybe have this man trying to climb up the barcode, and this other one sitting on the top of it. Shorten it a bit. So I'll put that one there, and this one here. Stay down. Something like that. I need to ink around these fellas. Use the green. This has been printed on copy paper, so it's a little bit flimsy. Perfect for this, I think. Inking will get rid of all the white paper around the edge. I think I cut this one out by hand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Cricut. It starts the calibration thing, and then it gets like about 3 or 4 steps into the process, and you've got to select your machine, and there's a drop-down box, but there's nothing in the list when I click on the arrow, and the machine's connected. You know, like it's registered, and it's also connected by Bluetooth, and I tried it with the cable on as well, and yeah, it just won't do it. So I might have to give them a call on Monday. I tried everything that I could think of to make it work. I'm wondering if maybe I need to disconnect the machine and register it again. I can't remember when I bought it. I'm pretty sure I bought it last year sometime. So it would definitely still be within its warranty period. But pretty annoying, especially when I want to cut out small stuff and I want to make some stickers, and I can't do that because it's not cutting accurately. It's just with the print and cut bit function that it does that. Okay, so let's glue down the barcode. So, that was, where was I going to have him sitting? Up here. I'm going to put some paper behind him. I might actually put it behind the whole thing. Another bit of book paper. Book page, I should say. I love this glue, and I've ordered another bottle of it, the big bottle. I think it's worth the price. Definitely. So easy to use and glues so quickly. I mean, sets so quickly. And I haven't got the little metal nozzle, but I do have some other little bottles that I can put some into when I get my big bottle. With the little poll that I did about the music in the videos, 44% of the people that voted have said that they prefer the soft music, no lyrics during the quiet time. There's only a very small amount of people said they don't want music at all. The same thing with the people that voted for lyrics. It was only a really small amount of people. So I am going to go with music. I put that too far over. Music in the quiet moments with no lyrics. So hopefully everyone's happy with that. And I've been experimenting. Someone suggested soft jazz, and I've used that in my last few videos, and I like it myself. I didn't like the thought of jazz music because I always think of ratty-tatty music when it's jazz, but soft jazz is completely different. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Got the little fella with his fishing net. I'm just going to go around the edge of him because I forgot to ink him. Make him stand out. So thank you to everyone who did vote or leave a comment about that. As I said, I just want to make the videos enjoyable for everybody, or the majority. I'm not going to please everybody, but I'm not going to also just yabber on about nothing during my videos, which is probably what you think I'm doing now. But anyway, so this is just a kid's school marker, this one. So it makes him stand out a little bit more. Might just do that here as well. Okay, now I would like to put in another piece of this. So that's a better piece, I think. I'll just put that there. I'm going to trim the edges off. So that's where his foot is on, and the bottom of the barcode will be on it as well, as if it's ground. I've left the scroll flat on the floor in another room. Hopefully it settles a little bit, and I'm not going to bring it in here until I'm ready to actually put this stuff in. Much easier to work off it than on it. Now I would like to put this little envelope in here, but I'm not sure whether it's too thick. I think it is. Yeah, it's too thick, so that one's not going in. But I would put this guy in here. I'll stamp him onto there. Ink around it first. Put that over to here. This side a little bit. Maybe I should put that tag there, or that way. Where's the fold? I think I like that. So I'm going to glue that on that way. So by combining these 4 days together, then it gives me a couple of days breather, catch my breath, and come back and continue on, because I almost felt like I didn't want to keep going with this one. I don't think I'll do Ephemerember next year. I found that was a bit hard, and yeah, I felt absolutely worn out before I even started this. Just put a bit of this paper on there. So don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this at the, after you've watched it. A thumbs up would be nice. So the more comments get put on the video, the more YouTube actually recommends the video to other people, which is helpful for me. And him, what colour should I do him? I think he needs to be black. I've got to get a lot of ink on this because he's got like text or something all over him, numbers or something. I'm not really sure what it is. So I will put him there. Yep, that's alright. And what else? I haven't put any of these leaves in yet. I thought I might put one on here, so I forgot to keep an eye on the time. I can only record half an hour at a time, and I've obviously missed something. Just happened to look up and then here's a big red message on the screen. I did have it set up so that it was, like I had it mirrored onto my laptop, but it kept freezing all the time. It's really annoying. I'll go back and put a couple more of these leaves in some different places. I might actually leave the decorating at that point until I work out how it's going to go into the book. So I'm going to ink around the edge. I might put some washi tape on it. So I've got some of my favourite washies here. A bit of this one might look nice. It's like dictionary text. I think some across the bottom on the writing side would look good. I reckon that should be like a cut like that, which you can't see. So it looks like it's should be pulled down. Just pop another couple of little bits in here and there. I'm going to stick this piece over there because it says descending, which is what he could be doing. There. And another little bit there. Okay. So I'm going to ink it and then try and work out how I'm going to get it in the book. so that it's not too painful to use. I could always just you know, attach it with a clip. I've got some hidden paper clips somewhere that I made some time ago. Might use one of them. So now I need to work out how to attach it to the scroll. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back and show you. Okay, I'm ready to put it in the journal now, so I've unrolled it. So that was day 12, which was a throwback to Junk Journal July 2021, day 12 in the garden. Love that one. I've done a couple of things to this. What I have done is put a eyelet in the top, and I've just attached a couple of beads. That's the string of one of these labels that was holding it to the garment, a label there, and I've added this little journal tag there, but I've also sewn around the whole length of it so it folds up like that. That's how it's going to sit in the journal. This is the hidden paper clip I'm going to use to attach it to the journal with, so it sits there and it keeps it in place, so it stops the fold up from falling apart, falling open I should say. So that will just go there in the journal. Just pull it out and turn that to the side so you can see the little boy, and then we got the men on the barcode, and another label, some stamps, and that was all based around 4 days of prompts. Put that back there. So the prompts were hobbies, which was fishing, from the day, which is my shopping expedition with Mum, where I bought some clothing. This whole thing is made on the receipt. So barcode, well, we've got barcode there on the docket itself. We've got a barcode there. This is folded. So that's the way it sits in the journal. Now let's do the roll test. I think this is going to be a little bit stiff, but not totally unmanageable. Oops. Yeah, so coming down here, so we're rolling, there go the birds, and there's the cover. Go away, annoying. My tags, I'll just put them back in their spot when that was the decorated tags. I can't remember what day that was, early in the piece. Here we go, day 4. Alright, so that's after 15 days, 16 days, so that's how thick the journal is at the moment. And let's unravel it again. I just love the way these birds turn around like they're on a carousel. Whoops, one's jumped off. It's probably the angle I'm holding it on. So that's where my tags belong, but I've just got them pinned at the front because they spin all over the place. Open it up, keep going, and here we go with a curly journaling spot. So you can take it out of the, oh, there we go, we're caught on the stitch. How about we leave that there? Never thought of that. And yeah, you journal on that side of it. Folds back up, back under the paper clip, and the paper clip holds it all together. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video, which is day 17, and that's top 5. So, sounds interesting. Alrighty, take care everybody. Thanks, appreciate you all, and see you in the next video. So I'll say cheers from Australia. Hooroo.